right, hi y'all. Mindy here, and I'm going to demonstrate the lesson I've chosen in the method for our Ghiberti Master Artist lesson for our campus. This is for your tutors to make sure you understand how to do the lesson before you get in there. All right, so again, Cycle 1, CC, Master Artist Ghiberti. All right, so Ghiberti does bronze relief. He's known for, he doesn't still do it, he's dead. Anyway, he's known for bronze relief. His pieces are amazing. And you'll have these. This is famous gates, which we're gonna focus on. This is a detail on famous gates. That's part of that art. And so we're gonna show them this. We're gonna ask them questions. What do you notice about his work? What do you see in there? How do you think he did this, all right? And then we're gonna do a lesson that duplicates his method as an affordable and as simple as way we can. So again, remember the focus I have for our campus, really wanna make sure you say the artist's name a lot. Ghiberti, Ghiberti, Ghiberti. Make sure you write it on the board so they see it. And say the name a lot, okay? Because I want them to leave at the end of the lesson not being able to duplicate his work, of course, or even be able to do it at home necessarily, but I want them to remember his name and what he did. And then if they go to a museum where they're looking at art books with their parents, they ask, is that a Ghiberti, all right? So say the artist's name a lot while you're doing the lesson. All right, so you will have these two pieces. Also, I want you to show them this. This is a close-up of the famous gates. They are, I think, 14 feet tall. They're ginormous. All right, so these pieces, and then ask them, see how this is standing out. All right, and then we're gonna do that. All right, so you will have, for each student, you will have a piece of bronze foil, thick foil, not aluminum. And then you're gonna have a piece or two of this kind of foamy stuff. And then you will have a bunch of different templates that they can choose from. I chose different details and parts of famous gates. Some of them are harder than others. I will have two sets because we have two classrooms. I will have two different sets of levels of difficulty for the younger students and the older. I love these trees. I don't know why, but it was one of the things I first noticed in his work are these trees. They kind of look Dr. Seussy to me. I don't know, they're very tall. And anyway, so I chose that. So you will have templates for them to choose from. You will have an example of one of the students' work from the past, and they will pick, okay? Now the templates will be cut like this to the correct size, and then what the students will do, so they're going to turn the bronze side down onto the cushion, and then they're going to put the piece that they want to do, and they can either do it either way, but it's easiest just to do it this way. All right, and then they will tape it, and again, enlist your parents to help this part, especially for the abecedarians. Important note is to make sure it's centered. All right, so before you hand out pens, have parents help you and make sure it's not like this or up there, okay? Because it's going to be folded over a piece of cardboard at the end. All right, so make sure it's centered. All right, and then you can tape it down, and that's just so as they start tracing, the paper doesn't move. Okay, so then what they'll do is they're going to just, I'm gonna sit down now. They're going to trace with a ballpoint pen the lines of the art. As they start, talk to them about, again, these works, and if they notice that some of the pieces are higher up and some are background. These people are more full, these are a background. That means that this was a deeper impression than these. So, they are going to press, they're going to trace and they're going to press down, all right? Now, the abecedarians, it may be a messy tracing, that's okay. Remember, we're not focusing on an amazing piece of art. We're working on technique and saying the name Ghiberti a lot. So these young students get introduced to this artist. All right, so I'm going to show you how it's going. And they're welcome to pick this up and look, because I want them to see what they're doing as they go along. So you can see the indentions that they're making, and they'll be able to see that. And then just tell them, okay, now for this next piece, do it even a little bit harder or a little bit wider for the tracing, and see what the difference is. You can see that book is a little bit higher, okay? So they're just gonna trace the whole piece. I won't make you watch me do the entire piece of art, okay? As they're tracing, just keep talking to them, encouraging them, enlist the parents to say, oh, you're looking like a little Ghiberti there, you're doing great. Okay, so it's going to be raised. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of the monk. This template will be for the older kids because it's a little abstract for them to see that it's a monk. But he had so many people in lots of his art, religious scenes, of course, that I wanted to include that option for students. And I really liked the ones of them reading the Bible. All right. Oh, I stuck my tongue out. I do that when I'm really concentrating. So did my mom. All right, so they're just gonna keep going. Gonna keep tracing the whole piece. It will look like this at the end. This is one Paul Lewis did this morning, one of the details of the arches. You can see here. And then, so when they're done, they will take their piece, and I left the other piece of cardboard in the other room. I won't run and go get it. But they'll take their piece, they can leave it on taped together, or they can untape it however they want. It might be good to leave it taped because then you can tell where to make sure you put it. You put their cardboard, and then they're just gonna fold it over like that and take it home. Okay, so there you go, a little bit of Ghiberti art. We're not gonna do any painting and wiping off. We're gonna leave it like this because as I looked at a lot of his stuff, while that's really gorgeous and wonderful, it's not necessary, okay? And I felt like it was really beautiful just to keep really focusing on the indentions part. Remember, we have start to finish, no, come in to clean up, 30 minutes. So because we're alleviating the paint step, you'll be able to help them really focus on the detail of their piece. Also remind them that this is not a creative art exercise. This is a focus on a master artist. So as they go along, if they try to say something like, they're just tracing that and done, say, no, let's keep going. Let's do some more work, like Ghibertis. We're little Ghibertis today. Keep doing that, all right? Let them use the whole time with the impressions, with the relief work, okay? All right, thanks, guys.